Hey y'all, my name's Annie Douglas. I'm doing my persuasive speech over recycling, and my husband is again my only audience member. So, what if everyone in the world started recycling? Well, lots of things. The world would start changing and healing. According to the website greenandgrowing.org, if everyone in the world would just recycle one aluminum can, the process could give us 295 million new cans. Since the cans would be coming from old material, we wouldn't have to use any new material toward making them. Also, just by everyone recycling one aluminum can, it would reduce greenhouse gases by the same amount as having 6,750 less cars on the road. All that change and reuse just from one small action. Let's talk about how much waste we put out into the world. In research from the United States Environmental Protection Agency, they found that the average American citizen creates approximately 4.5 pounds of solid waste per day. That means that Americans generate 250 million tons of trash per year. Now, where does all that material go? More than 139 million tons of waste was put into landfills in 2017. Now, obviously, landfills are bad for the environment. They create toxic levels of methane greenhouse gas, which eventually begins to leak from the landfill and pollute the air we breathe. Landfills also have toxic runoff that is filled with chemicals. This runoff pollutes local rivers and water supplies for the surrounding communities. This is a hazard for not only the people living nearby, but also for the wildlife that rely on vegetation and natural water sources to survive. The land isn't the only part of the earth being affected by pollution. National Geographic reports that there is 5.25 trillion pieces of plastic in the ocean. 269,000 tons of plastic float to the surface. The trash in the ocean affects all types of marine animals and wildlife. The birds and fish can mistake the plastic for food, or sometimes the animals just get caught in the garbage. We can't just let our earth continue to be altered and destroyed by pollution. Even if we always make sure to put our trash in the trash cans and never litter, we are still causing pollution by letting single-use plastics be wasted by throwing them out into landfills in the ocean. We need to start making conscious decisions to better our planet. On the website arrowwaste.com, there was an article suggesting ways that people can reduce, reuse, and recycle. Instead of using plastic bags when we grocery shop, we can just bring reusable bags. Instead of getting a paper receipt, just ask for an email receipt. Shop secondhand. Just because something was used by someone else doesn't mean it's no longer good. After all, one man's trash is another man's treasure. And last but not least, and probably the easiest of them all, is to simply recycle. 74% of Americans have access to curbside recycling, so just take the extra time to separate out your trash. After all, the planet is all of our home, so we need to do our part in keeping it clean and healthy.